This is it. It costs £138,000, around the same as a Porsche 911 Turbo S. And it has the futuristic lines you would expect of a rare breed Honda. Power comes from a 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6, backed up by a squadron of electric motors. Together, they give the NSX 573 horsepower. So you would assume the performance is something to shout about. Now, if you ask Honda for the technical information on this car, they will email you a file so enormous that it actually breaks the internet. And yet, nowhere in it does it mention the 0 to 60 time. They simply refuse to tell us what it is. And I know 0 to 60 times are irrelevant in the real world and they're rather childish, but look, this is a supercar. It's top trumps, isn't it? It's important. So I'm going to find out what it is for you using this. It is a data logger. Right, put it in track mode. Here we go, launch control. Foot on the brake, mash the pedal. I'm not sure that was quite as neck snapping as a Nissan GTR, but it wasn't far off. Let's see what I did. 3.2 seconds, 0 to 60, which means it isn't quite as fast as a McLaren 570S or a 911 Turbo S or a Ferrari 488 GTB. That's why they're not mentioning it. Honda is happy to quote the top speed, which is 191 miles an hour. But that too is slower than its rivals from Ferrari, Porsche and McLaren. So, has the new NSX got anything in the performance department that makes it rise above its supercar peers? Well, yes, actually. Firstly, there are the brakes, which are fly-by-wire. There is no physical connection to the pedal. And that's because they have to harvest energy to recharge the battery system. It's a much cleverer version of that than you get on the Porsche 918, a car that costs 5 times as much. And then there's the hybrid system. It uses not one electric motor, as you might expect, but 3. And the way it uses them is well good. The one at the back is the wingman for the petrol engine, filling the power gaps when the turbos lag. This gives the NSX ballistic pickup at any speed. Look, instant shove, and it's lovely. But actually it's the two at the front that are the real party piece, because they drive a wheel each, totally independently of each other, which means this car has a sort of space-age 4-wheel drive. And that means extraordinary things happen when you throw it into a corner. So as you approach a corner like this one, computers are measuring the speed, they're measuring G-force, steering input and so forth. They're adding power to the wheel or taking power away from the wheel as it's needed. And then you get perfectly flat, perfectly controlled corner. It is a bit like driving a Honda Civic. There are people who would say that technology like this in a car helping it to feel secure will make it dull, but it doesn't feel dull to me. It feels tremendous. I'm going fast and I'm relaxing. Now, what's wrong with that? But the futuristic 4-wheel drive isn't the only piece of 23rd century engineering on the NSX. The aerodynamics, for example, are so clever they can cool all the motors while providing vast amounts of grip-enhancing downforce to the front and rear wheels. And it does all this without anything as old-fashioned as huge wings and spoilers. just the technology, which is brilliant. It's that technology is on this car. Yes, we have hybrid supercars. We have the LaFerrari, we have McLaren P1, the Porsche 918, but they're in the £1 million bracket. This is only an eighth of the price of the LaFerrari, and it's actually cleverer. I love this. I love the way it looks. I love the sounds it makes. I like the sophistication of the hybrid drive. I like the performance. I like the steering feel. I like the interior. I really, really like it, and I find myself wanting one quite badly. The original NSX made owning a supercar less painful and less expensive. This has done the same for the hybrid supercar. It really is a worthy successor.